YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I just filmed about half of this video and my camera broke. I don't know what happened yet, but it stopped filming. So I've spent a while trying to figure it out. Couldn't figure it out. Eventually the camera wouldn't even turn on. So I'm now shooting on my point and shoot, and hopefully you can hear me okay because I don't have my big microphone plugged in and I'm about 2 or 3 feet from the camera right now. And hopefully everything will be in focus. It looks like it's focusing on my face, but if I do any close-up things, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So if there are any mistakes like that, just cut me some slack, please. All right. Today I have a requested video. It was requested by one of you guys, and I looked through my comments for a while. I searched for a few different things and I could not find the original question, but someone asked me to compare the Pochette Accessoire with the Neverfull Pochette. I had never thought about comparing these because to me they seem really different. Trying to get used to the new screen here. I don't have it where I can see it on my big monitor like I usually do, so I'm looking at a tiny screen about 3 feet away. To me, they seem very different, but once she suggested this, it made sense because they really do have a lot in common. So I'm going to start by showing you the bags side by side, giving you the dimensions, and then we'll talk about different ways that you can use these bags, and I'll also show what I carry in them, and then we'll be done. So first, side by side, here they are. You can see the Neverfull Pochette is larger in terms of the height and length dimensions. If I put the Neverfull Pochette, line up the bottom corners there, you can see that it is bigger. Might help if I move that strap out of the way. You can see the Neverfull Pochette is longer and taller, but then if you turn them sideways, let me find the best angle here. You turn them sideways, you can see the Neverfull Pochette barely has any thickness at all, but the Pochette Accessoire does. The bottoms look like this. That strap is really getting in my way. Hello. And the tops are very similar. The tops look like this. Okay. They both have the same hardware. The zipper pulls are the same. The zippers are almost identical, but, and this isn't going to matter to anybody, I don't think, but the teeth on the Neverfull Pochette are slightly shorter than the ones on the Pochette Accessoire. That doesn't affect the functionality at all. Okay, I'll give you the dimensions and talk about the construction of the pieces, because the construction is pretty different. So let's start with the Pochette Accessoire. Lengthwise, it's 8.75 inches, and then it's 5 inches tall, and the width or the depth varies from 1 inch at the top to about 1.5 inches at the bottom, so it tapers in at the top. The strap, if I unhook it and measure it from the D-ring to the end of the leather over here by the little U-clip, that is 17.5 inches. And this bag you can attach to the other side, which makes a shoulder strap, and that gives us a strap drop, which measures at 9.5 inches. The Neverfull Pochette, this measures 9.75 inches across. That's an inch longer this way, and it's 6 inches tall. That's an inch taller than the Pochette Accessoire. The thickness, I mean, how do you even measure that? There's basically no thickness to it. And this also has a strap, so if you take that and measure it from the D-ring to the end of the leather, that is 12.25 inches, so it's 5 inches shorter than the one on the Pochette Accessoire. And this one you cannot hook to the other side, so you don't have a strap drop. You can only hook it here to make it a wristlet like this. And that works really well as a wristlet. Personally, I've never carried it that way, but I've seen a lot of people out in public who do. You can also carry the Pochette Accessoire the same way, where you can attach it to the D-ring on the same side and have a wristlet, but you see that opening is much bigger. So that, to me, doesn't make a lot of sense. To me, it makes a lot more sense to attach this to the other side and have that shoulder strap you can carry in the crook of your arm or on your shoulder. You could also attach a crossbody strap. I've done that quite a few times. So you can use it as a shoulder bag or as a crossbody bag, or as a wristlet, but not so much really. I wouldn't recommend that, but do what you want. This one you can only use as a wristlet. Now I will tell you there's a shop on Etsy called Craft Leather, and you see that little chap right there, that little piece of leather? You can buy a piece just like that and have someone attach it to the other side, and then maybe attach a longer strap, which you could also buy from Craft Leather, and hook that on there, and you could turn this into a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag depending on the length of your strap. Now if you do that, and let me say this too, Craft Leather doesn't sell Louis Vuitton goods. They make their own replacement parts for Louis Vuitton. They don't say Louis Vuitton or LV or anything like that. They're not fake pieces, but they do look identical otherwise. And if you did put another chap on here, and by the way, I will link that below, I'll link their shop below, you would be putting holes in your Vuitton piece. So if you ever needed to have this repaired at Vuitton, I don't know that they would repair it, or at least not where you've changed the bag, altered the bag. So keep that in mind if you decide to do something like that. Now personally, I don't really use my Neverfull Pochette. It pretty much sits in the closet 100% of the time. I have used it before. I will show you the way that I used it, and that was as a pouch to go with my planners. I would keep stickers and some colored pens in here, and I'll set that up like I used to have it so you can see, but mostly I just haven't used it. And part of the reason for that is that I don't want to stretch the canvas out. When I see people using these, they often are, in my opinion, overstuffed, where they've got things in there and then it's zipped up and the zipper's all wonky, and I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But what happens is when you have things in here and you've stuffed this bag, it will stretch the canvas out over time, and eventually the canvas won't go back to its original form where it is flat like that. You'll see some on the Preloved market that are kind of bowed out. And personally, I just don't want to do that to my bag. I like to keep things pristine for the most part. So I tend to use this when I need something around this size and I need more stuff in it. This I use every day. I use it as a pouch in other bags, and I'll show you what I keep in it, but I do also use it as its own handbag or crossbody bag when I just need a small bag. So for me, this is the most versatile bag of the two. But really, if you're not afraid to stretch this out, then this can be about as versatile, especially if you attach that other chap and make it where you could wear it on your shoulder or crossbody. All right, I'm gonna set up this Neverfull Pochette so that you can see how I used it as a planner pouch. Let me show you what I put in it. So I have a thank you card and envelope, and I have some stickers. These are from Tijera de Papel. That's another shop on Etsy, and I'll link her below. This one is Cheerful Planner Girl. Some little margarita glasses. I'll also link that Etsy shop below. And these pieces all fit right inside. So here's the inside of the Neverfull Pochette. It has a pocket. These fit right in that pocket. And then I have some larger sticker sheets, also from Tijera de Papel. And those do not fit in the small pocket, so I just put those in the main compartment there. And then I have this pack of Stabilo markers, and I slipped those right in there too. And that is about as thick as I want it to be. So when I zip that up, it is still pretty flat. You can see it added a little bit of thickness, but not too much. And the zipper is still pretty straight. It's not too wonky and zigzagged all over the place. So that's how I have used this. Let me show you what I put in my Pochette Accessoire. And right now I don't have this stuffed as much as I sometimes do. But this also has the main compartment, and it has a pocket. In the pocket I keep tissues, and I keep my little Clippa bag clip, and I'll link that below also. I got that on Amazon. I always keep a notebook that I can write in, And if I'm carrying this as a handbag, then I'll have a card holder in there that doesn't take up a lot of space. And then I have my clay that has extra car keys. I also have my pencil pouch from Amazon that has pens and some other stuff in there too. And that fits perfectly right in this bag. And that's how I've been carrying it lately. So I usually will have this inside another bag and zip it up. And it looks like that. Again, not too wonky. And I'm able to hold quite a bit. And I mean, I could fit more in here, but I'm able to hold quite a bit in the Pochette Accessoire compared to the Neverfull Pochette. Now I'm going to take the pieces out of the Neverfull Pochette and see what from here I can fit in here, so you can get a sense of how much you can stuff it. Oh, and by the way, the Neverfull Pochette comes in 2 sizes. This is the size that comes with the Neverfull MM and GM. The one that comes with the Neverfull PM is smaller. I don't know the exact dimensions of that though. And the Pochette Accessoire, this is the new model that has the pocket inside and the longer strap. There's also an older model with a shorter strap and no pocket inside. And I have both models, so I've made a video comparing them and I will link that below. I'll also link a video I just put up about comparing the canvas Pochette Accessoire to the Pochette Accessoire made from epi leather, because there are some differences there too. So check for all that below. All right, let's see first what I can fit in the pocket here. I think I'm gonna be able to fit my notebook. Yep, no problem. And I'll put my tissues in there. That's pretty bulky. And my clipper. Let's try that in the pocket as well. Now I've got my card case, my clay, and then the hard part is gonna be fitting the pencil pouch. I don't think I'll be able to get that in, but let me show you here. Yeah, that's not gonna fit. But what I could do is take out a pen and put that in the bag like that. So now I've got everything I really need. Of course, I don't have my keys or my phone in here, but when you zip it up, you see how wonky that zipper is, and you see how bulky it got. And this over time would stretch out the canvas, and I don't know if the zipper might stay wonky if I always packed it like this, but just personally, that's not something that I'm okay with doing. Do you have both of these bags, and which do you prefer? And especially if you have this one, what do you use it for? Because a lot of people are stumped with what to use these for. I will tell you one thing I do use it for is when I'm traveling, I tend to carry my Neverfull when I'm on an airplane. And this fits paperwork very well. So you could print out an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, fold that in half, it'll fit in here. Your passport will fit in that pocket. It's nice to have your travel paperwork right here in this pouch, and then it's easy to find inside your Neverfull. I'll also point out that this is made of one piece of canvas. And a lot of people don't realize that because it has stitching all around the edges here, but it actually is just one piece. It's one big rectangle, and then there's a slit down the middle for the zipper, and it's folded in half. So where it's folded is actually right here on the edges of the zipper, and then it's sewn around these edges. And a lot of people just don't realize that, but that is why those two Louis Vuittons are right side up. And then if you turn it around, those two are upside down. It's because it's from one piece of canvas. This, however, is 3 pieces. So you've got the front, the back, they're both right side up. And then you've got the one piece that wraps around the bottom and the sides. And this has piping, it's canvas piping around the edges, whereas the Louis Vuitton Neverfull Pochette is glazed and sewn on the edges. Well, I hope I covered everything. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comment section below. And if I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else does. Well, thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye.